Okay, Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Today is Monday. Monday, March 25th, 2019. We're looking at the daily chart in the crude oil market. And as we can see, we have moved from last week. We've moved up and then we came down off the highs for a couple days. And now we're trading it basically at this mid-range, right close to the pivot point today at around 59.11. So overall, what we're looking at is the still of the overall. This is the 200 bar. Here's the 50 bar coming across prices. So we're still in what is considered long term. We're looking at still a downtrend. Downtrend was established roughly on back here in November, late November, and we are in the range of between the 50 and the 200 bar. But when the crossover happens, I view that as long term. Long term meaning, as far as I'm going to look out as a day trader, it's the daily chart. So anything going on the short side right now is going trend side, and anything going counter trend would be taken along as you look at the daily chart. So that's and I confuse these words. I'll mix them back and forth, but the daily chart is where I will grab in the long-term trend and determine what side is more applicable to trade towards the winning side. And when you're trading, it's still a guessing game and still trying to find your edge in the trading. I use volume, as you know, to help me make some decisions, but this is just the way that I view technical. So the technical analysis of the market right now would be telling you that we're in a downtrend, or where shorts are prevailing more than longs right now. But with that being said, don't forget that we are very close to 60 and moving up. So what we don't know right now is if the highs are already in from back here, and this is just a high until we come back down again, or is this just a resting point that we're going back up again? So with that's kind of where you are right now. I mean, just because the trend lines say, or the moving averages tell you something, doesn't necessarily mean it is true, because they're a backwards indicator. So if the market's moving, like for instance, if this is the low and it moves up, well, it's going to take a long time for the 50 to cross over the 200. The uptrend will be well established by then. So um, it's a lagging indicator, right? Moving down to the 30 minutes, let's go down, go down to the hour, and then down to 15 minutes. The hourly chart, what is it showing? Now, hourly chart's kind of interesting because you can kind of, let's get that up there when it wants to show up. It's hiding behind these two charts. Let me grab it again. So the hourlies, and it's trading right at the 200 bar SMA on the hourly chart. So that's interesting. And you can see where the 50 bar is. So we're looking at a possible being able to move off the low established from last week right in this area. 50, was it 58.28 if I'm not mistaken? I think that's where our low came in. And we are traded up to pivot today. And we started at pivot and we went down, and now we traded back to pivot. So the 200 bar SMA is showing up here on the hourly charts right where we're trading currently, roughly inside that range right now. So what is this telling me? It's not really telling me much of anything right now. What I can tell you is what the chart is telling me. Right now we're trading from pivot to S1. We're coming off the lows, and the low is trying to establish a pattern so it can run back up. It needs to break over range bound areas I talked about on a video that I put up. Was 59.62 being the higher range, 59.02 being mid-range, and 58.53 being the bottom of the range. So where are we trading? We're trading roughly around that 59.02 mark. It's kind of hard to determine without volume which way the market wants to run. So I don't make too many guesses about the market. Right now what I can tell you is that we've made looking at the market right now, we're making higher lows coming off of this market, but we're also have, I guess what we can basically say right now is that we have a triangle forming. Now, is this a bullish or bearish triangle? So the bearish triangle would send it down, and the bullish triangle would send it up. Right now, I would tell you that's a big question mark. Moving down to 15 minutes. Notice that our 200 bar is up here, basically where the 50 bar on the hourly charts is located. So making a move up to the 200 bar, looking at a move through pivot up through the 59.30-ish range to 59.40 is certainly doable. And then on the downside, you're looking at the S1 mark, so a breakdown back down to S1 and lower. And if we pull in the last chart I like to look at, it's the 5-minute before we pull out the, see what the 5-minute is doing right now. 5-minute, we can see our 200 bar right here at the 58.72 area is holding. Roughly since, looks about 2 a.m. in the morning. So our 200 bar SMA has been holding since about 2 a.m. in the morning. Looking at our Williams percent R here, we're coming off of we're actually moving in a downward movement before it gets down to here, and then perhaps we'll find some support down here and then I'll move it back up, or we'll see. You know, roughly what we're looking at is volume. So what can send this down this area? Probably right in here, right on this line right in here. Could probably send this down here to set up another long signal on the 5-minute chart to go back up. But without volume, it's hard to really tell exactly what we're going to see. Right now I can tell you that I see both sides of the market. I can see it short and I can see it long, and that's not a good place to be right now. You know, I need some information, and information in the form of some volume figures to come into the market to help me make some decisions about which side of the market I want to be on. Otherwise, the best place to be is the sideline. So what I'm going to tell you right now, looking at the 89 tick chart and looking top-down approach right now all the way down, what I see is no volume support, either a short move or a long move. So I'm going to be standing aside until I start seeing some activity from market participants. So that's going to do it for the top-down approach today. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to stop this video and put it up on YouTube today so you can see some of my thought process right now. I'm going to once again, range-bound trading. We're in 59.62, 58.53, and what we need to see is some volume kicking in to help us make some trading decisions. All right, talk to you soon. Bye for now. Oh, Dave Knight, 123daytrade.com. Thank you for watching.